Good morning and welcome to another Monday morning Qigong class. As I mentioned, I just love starting my week this way. It just puts me on the path of feeling good, feeling optimistic, and feeling peaceful. So thank you for joining me. Let's bring our awareness to our alignment right away. So whether you're seated or standing, relax your feet and let's connect to the earth energy. So imagine there's two ways. You can either imagine your roots descending down deep into the earth, absorbing the medicine, or you can imagine bubbling spring coming up from the earth and into the arch of your foot. So every day is different for me. Some days I like the descending of the roots, and the other ones I like the kind of receiving the bubbling spring. So just see what fits for you today. And take a deep breath. And sense your body relaxing. Scan. Turning on your x-ray vision. And then as you tip the chin slightly downwards, you're going to feel your neck and sense yourself being drawn upward from the crown of the head. We call this the byway point of celestial convergence, where we receive the heaven energy. And look at your spine. Yeah, I like to close my eyes and scan. And maybe you feel a little out of alignment. So it's fine you can open your eyes if you like, but I'm just moving from side to side. Just a little sway, maybe lifting shoulders and neck, realigning. And as we warm up, it will get easier and easier. So sensing that sinking from beneath the waist, relaxing all your muscles, and then sensing a floating upwards from the top part of your body. Let the arms be heavy. And let's start with our 3 points of focus. We take a deep, slow breath in. Like a fresh bath of fresh air, cleansing. And then we breathe into the spaces between the vertebrae, making any adjustments, fluffing up. I like to imagine little pillows of air between each of the vertebrae and in the neck too. And then smiling to ourselves because here we are on a Monday doing Qigong together. Nowhere else to go, nothing to do, nowhere to be, no one to be. And smile to your spirit. I read an interesting passage a couple of days ago, and I think it's really timely and interesting. It's from The Tao of Joy Every Day by Derek Lin. Love this one. And this was actually maybe 3 or 4 days ago. And it's called Undivided Attention. An increasingly common sight in the modern world is people being distracted while communicating with others. For instance, a teenager may be texting while carrying on an in-person conversation. A coworker may be talking to you while keeping an eye on the computer monitor. Chances are they do not understand the negative impact that this has to others. It is impolite at best, and it undermines whatever positive impressions may have been created. Tao cultivators, on the other hand, demonstrate respect for others by giving them undivided attention when conversing with them. Paying only partial attention sends the signal that communication is unimportant. Instead, you want to send the signal that you honor every exchange. You always do this regardless of what others do because you know You are responsible for your communication. And the message for today, or maybe the homework, challenge yourself to be fully present when interacting with other people today. Remember that sincere, heartfelt communication from one soul to another is sacred. Keep this in mind when you communicate, even when the other party has no understanding or appreciation of this principle. The Tao shines on all more brightly when its application in the real world, is not so easy. And I like that. More and more, sometimes I find myself in my phone and trying to have a conversation, or having a conversation with someone who's in their phone. Oh, don't like it. I want everybody's full, I want my full attention. So I'm sure we can all resonate. And it's not just the evil phone. I'm just going to say that, maybe we're doing a crossword or a puzzle, or we're cooking, or we're writing, and there might be an interruption. It takes a little bit of time to say, give me one moment, I'll be right with you. You can always do that, and people will respect that. So anyway, a little food for thought. Let's do a little breath work. This is going to be very efficient. I love efficiency. And so when we're going to do what's called square breathing, we know this one, but today we're going to do it for 5 counts. And in addition, we are going to squeeze and contract our Kegel muscle. So when we're going to hold the Kegel muscle for 10 counts. So we breathe in for 5, hold it. We hold the breath and still pull up and in. We relax our bodies as we exhale, and then we'll be empty for another 5 counts. So let's, I've been starting my morning like this, and I kind of like it. It's breath work and really good contraction of muscle, important muscle. So let's take a breath in together and then let it go. And then engage your Kegel muscle. Pull up and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. 2, 3, 4, 5, and be empty. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do it again. You can count to yourself. And let's go for 3 more. Your speed. Make it longer if you like. Keep engaging. And smile to yourself. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. See if you can fully relax for those last 5 counts. Notice what you're thinking. Notice what's happening. I'm on my last one. Notice. Counting keeps the brain occupied. And whenever you're finished, and please don't rush, we've got plenty of time. Take slow, deep breaths and thank your body. Notice the length and quality of your breath. And then let's practice our 3 points of focus. The first is for our alignment. So we find more space in our whole spine. And then let's take 1 5 square breath. And it's optional if you want to engage the lower muscles. And with your next breath, let's breathe in the endless possibilities of the day. As I did that, my mind went to, well, Jessica, where are you going to find joy today? So I love that when those thoughts come in. Where am I going to find joy? I don't know. All right, we're going to stand up. So you can, however you, and if you don't feel like it, that's okay. Okay. And let's reconnect and let's think about our alignment again. So toes forward, knees slightly bent, tail dropping. That's different than a tuck. It's just a heavy drop. And then lengthening. And let's float our arms up. And then let's roll the wrist and let's push. Get back here. Oh, nice big stretch. Go to one side and then the other side. Little bamboo blowing in the breeze. And then look up, palms push up to the sky if wrists are flexed. And then let's come all the way down. Inhale up to the heart. Exhale. Let's do a little big bear swimming. Inhale, palms away, and then sink. Inhale, palms to the heart. Exhale, release. Palms are up, and then we roll the palms so the back of the hands face each other. We swim like we're doing the breaststroke, and then sink. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now imagine you're a bear swimming across a small lake and you feel the water. And the idea is that we are swimming without even making a ripple. No disturbance of the chi moving through the sea of chi. Notice what you feel with your hands. Can you sense the air? Coordinate movement with your breath. I always like to add some intention. So the bear is associated with the kidneys. Let's, from our hearts, let's release fear and doubt and depression. Let's guide it out of our body and clear it away. And this time, as we exhale, we let it go. And then we inhale, trust and wisdom, knowing everything will be well. Let's put this into our energy field. surrounding ourselves with trust and wisdom. And then we transition into big bear reaches for happiness. Let's gather some happiness from the earth, interlace our fingers, and then the palms face down and we sink into the knees. It's like we're tapping into the heart. We roll the wrist and look up. Reach for happiness. Big stretch again. Inhale and exhale. Surround yourself with happiness. Let's do that again. Inhale, interlace fingers, sink with the exhale. Inhale up, exhale. Find that big stretch every time. And we'll do one more. Strong bear. Bear represents courage, trusting, strength. And then allow yourself to gently move your body. See what your body wants to do. A little spontaneous movement. I'm going to adjust the screen just a little bit. I like to check in with my joints, my neck, my shoulders, my rib cage, my hips. Knuckles of my fingers, my wrists, and maybe check in with your knees. Nice, slow, deep breath. I like to touch my knees and gently massage when I move my knees around. And then cinch your ankles. You can roll side to side. You can make circles with the knees, but thinking about the feet, feeling your toes, the metatarsal, the ball of your foot, feeling outer edges, inner edges, and heel. Let's go the opposite way. And you can do one foot at a time. This can become spontaneous. Lift, you can go forwards and backwards. And then let your whole body take a big stretch, however it feels right for you. And then let's move into reaching for happiness. So we reach up the side bend, overhead, and let's grab a little something that might make you happier. And bring it into the mind, the heart, and into the belly. And let's go the other way. And if you have shoulder issues, this is really more of a side bend. You can go like this and reach from the ground. But if this is available, go ahead. Stretch. Think about something to make you happy and bring it in. What brings you joy? I like the spontaneity of nature. Like all of a sudden, there's a dragonfly and butterflies and bumblebees and bees all around. And that just brings me so much pleasure, so much joy to see nature, the healing energy, spending time. What makes you happy? Let's add the breath. Inhale up with intention. Exhale down. Self-care makes me happy. What are you going to do today to take care of yourself? I know you're here, so you're already doing something. Oh, hummingbird singing. That makes me happy. Let's do two more each side. With intention. Last one. Make it a good one. And then reach into the earth, out to nature, up to heaven. And let's make our way back into tree or wuji, bathing yourself with all of the things you reached for today and holding them in your arms. And you remember each intention. Let's do our 3 points of focus right here, lengthening the spine. And as you breathe in all your intentions. And as you exhale, let them flow into your extremities, into your bloodstream. And then smile to your creative mind and thank it for wishing and reaching for such healing energies. Notice the energy that you're feeling in your arms. And then let's absorb as the arms come down. Relax your belly, receive it. Let's drift for a couple breaths. Softening and absorbing. Have your feet about shoulder width apart, toes forward, and let's begin to ring the temple bell. First, starting off slow, looking side to side, tapping your body. Maybe tap your lumbar spine. Get the blood and energy moving the base of the spine. And then coming up to your sacrum, that big flat bone. Oh, I guess that's going down. You can tap your tail if that feels good. And then find your kidneys in the back. Slow, deep breath, breathing into the kidneys. And then thinking about the front of your body, tapping lower. Engaged our Kegel muscle. Can you pull it up and in right now? And then relax it. Thanking your organs, muscles, systems. Coming onto the rib cage in the front and the side. Thank your organs. And then coming onto the sternum. Thank your thymus, your immune system, lungs, and heart. Give yourself a tap on the shoulder. And then let the arms be heavy as if you had little weights and begin to look a little further off your shoulders, twisting, looking behind you. Notice something. Focus. Let's add a little up and down pumping of the legs. And let's do 3 more each side. Nice twist. Tail to top of the head. And good. Returning to tree, kind of home base here. Resting point. Letting everything realign itself. Bring your awareness to your spine. Make adjustments. Slow, deep breath. And breathing in peace of mind. Let your body soften. And then relax, arms down. Do just a little bit of arching and folding. I kind of want to do elephant. We haven't done elephant for a while. So I love this one. So this helps to ground us. You know, elephants are heavy. They're connected to the earth. They're very intelligent. They're cute, and they live in a herd. They take care of each other. And so imagine your elephant body, heavy legs. Basically, you've got a trunk, and we're going to place our hands on our kidneys. Knees are slightly bent and we arch. And it's if you feel like pushing your hips forward, that's nice. You get a little extra stretch. Heart to the sky. And if you want to draw your elbows in together, you really open up your chest and squeezing the shoulder blades together. Imagine your trunk is up at this, like trumpeting to the heavens. And then return to neutral. And we go into a halfway forward bend. You tuck your tail slightly, the hands come to about the knees, and you pull your chest in towards your neck. Widen your shoulder blades. Tuck your tail. Take a deep breath. And then come back up to neutral. Imagine your trunk going up to the heavens. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze, pull. And then let's go into that halfway forward bend. Tucking tail, tucking chin. Arms are heavy. Our trunk is down now. Our trunk. And then let's trumpet to the heavens one last time. Smile. And then that halfway forward bend. And this time, the thumbs connect and the hands touch. Reach out from your shoulders. Stretch your back rib cage. And then we're going to go all the way down a little into a forward bend. And here we begin to swing our arms side to side. Side to side. Breathing into the shoulder sockets. Happy elephants. And then relax your arms. Shake your head, yes. And then no. And think about how heavy your head is. Let it lengthen the neck. And here, I like to imagine we're all together, like we are. We're at a watering hole. And it's the end of the day, and we're taking nice long drinks of water, hydrating ourselves. Maybe this is a special watering hole, water of exceptional healing. And then we're going to begin to bend the knees, feet flat on the earth. Let's roll up, but imagine drawing water through your legs, up through your knees, up through your thighs, into your core, and begin to make a ball of saliva. When the hands meet the mouth, swallow. And then we lift our trunk overhead and we exhale through the mouth, giving ourselves exhale through our trunk, really, and blow out, giving yourself a beautiful shower. Let's gather all that extra droplets and bathe our mind, our hearts, our bellies, and let's go down and take another drink. A nice opportunity for a good long forward bend. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. Let the head be heavy. Look at your knees or through your legs. fountain of youth. Let's draw those waters up through our bones, through our muscles, tendons. Nice, slow, cleansing geyser coming up. Make a ball of saliva. Swallow the water of optimal health. Inhale up. And as you open, blow. To gather energy, gather from the heavens. Let's bathe ourselves with moonlight, starlight, sunlight, enlightenment. Feel yourself becoming heavy as that energy moves back down. We're going to take one more drink of water. Two more slow, deep breaths. You can wiggle. You can wiggle your tail. And when you're ready, begin to draw the healing waters through your blood, your lymph, your organs. Nice deep breath in. Swallow. And then relax. Imagine you're being bathed with the last warm rays of the sun. Your body is absorbing any droplets that are on your skin. And then give yourself a gentle shake, shaking off any excess. Spontaneous movement. We just did some, warmed up our spines. Hopefully we're feeling a little bit looser. Notice where your body wants to feel it and begin to rub. Maybe start with your lower back, getting energy to move, getting the blood to move, coming to the kidneys. Interesting, we did bear and elephant. I have to be honest with you, I did not plan that, but they're both associated with the kidneys. So a lot of water, so we can get our juices flowing today. Let's come onto the buttocks and then rub your legs, back of the leg, inside and outside of the legs. If it feels better to tap, feel free to do that. And to the knees, lots of fluids flowing in and out of your knees. Down your legs to the ankles. Thank your feet. Make your way back up to the front of your core. Nice rubbing or patting, whatever feels good. For whatever reason, I'm rubbing today, it just feels right. Like you're in rubbing, a shower, rub your hands and fingers. Thank you. And as I rub and touch, I like to thank my body, thank the places I'm rubbing. Thank you, shoulder, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, fingers. And then let's rub our head. Give yourself a little shampoo. Moving energy and blood in the brain, getting the cerebrospinal fluid to flow. There, it's created in the brain, so we want spaciousness. Deep breath. I'm tapping now. Tapping my neck. Maybe I'll rub my neck for a moment. Always feels good. Take this big sigh of relief. And then coming onto your face. Now you might want to just brush your face. You might want to tap your face. But thank, wherever you're tapping, make sure to thank. You can come to your ears. And if you have any place that needs it to be rubbed a little bit, let's take the next 20 seconds to give yourself a little directing of the chi, like focusing wherever it needs to go. Breathing into your heart, sending energy from your heart down your arms into your hands. And then let's give ourselves a hug. Thank you, amazing body. Let's part the clouds. So we clear any old, tired energy out of our energy field and we open up to receive new light. Sorry. Let me get that. Notice how you're feeling. We're going to do a little flowing motion. This is good it's a balance practice. So take it easy if it hurts. Let's start with palms up and we sense energy rising up. We get taller. And with the exhale, we sink. We become heavy. Follow your breath. Inhale up. And the hands can come up as high as you like. Exhale. Sink down. I like to imagine, moving energy, all the fluids, all the energy coming up. And then the energy flowing back down, creating a pathway for energy for it to flow. Let's do 3 more like this. Let your roots go deeper in towards the earth, connecting to the heart of Mother Earth. And let your spirit soar upwards into the heavens. Bringing heavenly energy, wisdom down through your body to the earth. And earth's healing coming up through you and into the world and beyond. And next time, shift the weight to the balls of the feet and lift the heels. So we're going to balance. Just a little, doesn't have to be very high. And then as you exhale, sink down and let your weight go into the heels of your feet. The toes rise up. And then shifting the weight to the toes, rising up. Maybe you can go higher. And down. Forward, backward balance. Let's do 3 more. Visualizing strong ankles, good balance. And then feet firmly planted on the earth. Last one. Do just a little bit more balance. Let's play with a golden rooster stands on one leg. The guanyin and the yellow hibiscus. Let's have the weight on the yellow hibiscus side, and we're going to bring the heel off the ground, guanyin, and we come into what looks like goalposts. And this is level one. We start here. We shift the weight, sink, find the guanyin leg standing, and we float the hibiscus heel up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, sink. Inhale, float. And let's see if we can balance and lift the other leg up. Inhale, float. Exhale down. Golden rooster stands on one leg. This will increase your ability to balance, but also tightens the core. If you want, you can extend your leg, bring it back in. Really good for quadriceps, leg strength. And you can build up to this. When you feel comfortable, you can flex the foot, hold. And let's do one more. However it feels good for you. You can stay with golden rooster, stands on one leg, or else you can flex and show your talons. And very nice. Give yourself a little shake out, good balance, nice deep breath. And let's return to tree pose. Roots sink down, belly relaxes. Feel heavy in your pelvis, heavy in your legs, and then light in your head and shoulders and arms. Top of the head reaching towards the sky. Let's breathe into our trunk. And let's do 1 5-count square breathing, optional Kegel muscles. And then let's smile to our bodies with gratitude. Breathe it in. And the energy of gratitude is in our arms. Let's let our bodies absorb it as we bring the hands down. Give yourself a little shake. If you need more of a shake, now is a good time. If you feel like blithering or just shaking up the fluids in your body, exhale through your mouth. You can bounce, you can verbalize. Oh. And we're going to make our way to seated. We're going to do seated butterfly today. And if you want to stand up, that's fine. Good. As you arrange yourself, check out how you feel, how your body feels. Think about your spine. Nice, slow, deep breath. Aligning between earth and heaven. I just love that imagery. You know, I'm in between. The earth is below me. The sky starts right above my head. And here I am in between. We call this the earth energy is the Jing. the everything and the heaven energy is the Shen, and everything in between is the Qi. I love that. So it's everything that's alive, the energy of all living things. And here we are, kind of sandwiched in. Beautiful. So as we transition into butterfly, I mean, think of the origins of the butterfly. There's a butterfly and it eats the milkweed at Rosie's house or my house or everybody's house. And then they fly around and they lay their eggs. And it's not a long time before these caterpillars emerge. And usually the eggs are laid near food, like a milkweed plant or another native plant that's good for pollinators. And so I love watching the caterpillars. They're so cute. And we're going to start off with caterpillar. So we bring our hands up towards the head and we're going to stretch our bodies. We're going to pull the elbows down and imagine we're going to climb up the plant to get the most succulent, juicy leaf we can find. But then we have to contract. So we squeeze our shoulders up and it's like we're an inchworm, moving, contracting. So pulling up and in, and let's contract every muscle. And then let's lengthen, looking up, drawing shoulders, elbows down, chin up. And then we contract, we get small, pull up and in, use any muscles. We've been working Kegels today. Let's do it. And then like we're pulling down. So there's contraction as we reach up. We're pulling down, drawing the shoulders and elbows down. Let's inhale and exhale. Let's do 3 more. If you want, you can make fists with your feet and then pull up, get long. You can tuck your chin if you like. Caterpillar. So the monarch caterpillars are striped. It's kind of a orange, black, and green. Sometimes a little yellow, cream color. So cute. And they're voracious eaters. And so we get big and we get fat. And we're not going to do the monarch because actually their chrysalis bursts out of their body. But we're going to do more of a traditional butterfly just because I like it. And it's called pulling silk out of the cocoon. So we're going to imagine we make our cocoon. And so fingertips heavy as we inhale, we come up to about the hips and exhale. So with every inhale, we're drawing our cocoon all around us. Take about 4 more breaths. No hurry. Feeling warm and safe as we build our cocoon. Last 2 as we bring the cocoon up to our head level. And as we move back in towards the monarch, we close our cocoon and we're hanging from a leaf or a branch or a post. And then we're going to embrace tiger, hands over the lungs. And we wait. We wait. Our former body begins to dissolve. So you might feel your belly soften, your buttocks soften, spine, chest, back, face, arms, legs. We soften into a soup. and we dream. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. And then we begin to feel the stirrings of transformation. You might want to wiggle your body. Something is forming. We are changing into something else, something new, something different. And we take a slow, deep breath, relaxing, breathing in fearlessness. We're still safe in our cocoon, but we know something's going to happen. We don't know what. And this brilliant jade color of our cocoon has a little gold stripe around it. And we begin to notice that it becomes translucent and we can see the world from the safety of our cocoon. And then from the base of our body, we feel the cocoon softening and we're going to free fall. And so we take a deep breath and we fall out of the cocoon and we let go of our arms. They become wings. And we lean forward and we let our wings reach towards the sky, but we imagine we're drinking the nectar, the sweet honey of the flower. And then we come back up, we bring our wings in, and we're going to start to pump the vital juices. So make fists and squeeze your arms, squeeze, pull up and in again, and release. Squeeze. You can squeeze your face. Imagine we're pumping into our wings, into our tail, into our head, squeezing, releasing, into our antenna, squeeze. Feel vital, pumping the life force into every cell of our butterfly body. 2 more. And then relax. We're going to open our wings again. And this is the butterfly drying its wings. So there's a little soupy in there, that cocoon. So as we dry the wings, the back of the hands come together. And then palms up, we open. Exhale. Inhale, drying your wings. You can add an arch and a fold if that feels good. Wiggle the tips of your wings, looking up to the sun. Two more. And we open. And we look around. So we twist and our wings are open. We're looking around at the world and the world is admiring our beauty. So you can breathe in your beauty, your transformation, looking at this new world with different eyes. Eyes of a butterfly, not a caterpillar. And then let's bring our wings in. Palms face you, thumbs touch, and you begin to fly. And we bring that energy of transformation into our way field, into our energy field. And you can come down a leg if you like. And then let the butterfly, the thumbs rest on the heart. Take a deep breath. And we release the thumbs, and we have 2 butterflies doing their dance around us. If you've ever watched the monarch, they often get together, 2 of them fly Dance. Maybe it's a mating dance or a territorial dance. I like to imagine the transformation in my own body. So if my foot is impaired, I'll bring some butterfly energy in, or a knee into the core, into the neck and head, down the arms. And then let's come back to one butterfly again. Thumbs touch, palms in towards the body, and we'll stay here. Nice, slow, deep breath. And relax. Imagine yourself out in a beautiful field or garden, still as a butterfly, noticing other insects, noticing the plants and the colors of your next meal. And for the next minute, let yourself be a butterfly. And breathing in the butterfly spirit, and let the hands come down to the knees. Lengthen the spine, realign. And thank your inner butterfly, knowing that transformation is possible, magical. It takes trust and courage to transform into something else, transform a situation or a habit, a way of being. And know that you have the courage and the trust, just like the butterfly. Let's bring ourselves back to our 3 points of focus, sensing the Jing energy. It's alive, Mother Earth, our base, and the Shen, the heaven energy, insight and ancestral wisdom, blessings, potential, and then everything in between. Breathe in harmony and beauty. Breathe in balance and compassion. Slow, deep breath for the spine. You're still in your butterfly body from the tip of your antennas down to your tail. And then let's take a full deep breath, filling the core, filling the ribs. Hold your breath for a moment, feeling full. And then let it go. Feel your body soften. Find empty. And then breathe in a breath of love for yourself. Let's place our hands on our belly, our lower dantian. Thank you, body, for being an elephant and bear and butterfly today, balancing and breathing. Thank you, body. And then up to the heart mind. Thank you, emotions. We've breathed in a lot of trust and courage and strength today. Knowing that change is inevitable and the outcome can be very beautiful. Thank you, heart and mind. And then your spirit. beautiful light energy. Surround yourself with your unique energy. And then hands come to the heart. Being you. And thank you for joining me today. Notice how you feel. And I will see you next time.